Hey, what's up, spooky fam? Today we're gonna talk about horror movies that are all set in one location. And for me to fit that criteria, at least 90%, 95% of the movie has to be set in one location. And I feel like the exception is perhaps traveling to a place or getting away from said place, and that's why I feel like 90 to 95% of the film has to be set in that one location. So today I have 10 films to talk about. The final 3 sparked my idea for this list, so make sure you are adding some that you've not seen, perhaps ones that you want to revisit to your watch list. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links if you'd like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Let's get right into 10 horror movies all set in one location. A group of strangers find themselves trapped in a maze-like prison. It soon becomes clear that each of them have the specific skills required to escape if they don't wind up dead first. And the reason why I really wanted to highlight this one first is because recently I discovered there is actually a Japanese remake of this film, and I feel like usually it's the reverse where we're getting American remakes of perhaps a Japanese or Korean film, and it really interests me to learn that in the remake of Cube they've really gone more into backstory outside of the Cube, so I feel like we can't count that one as a one location horror. Let me know your thoughts if you have seen the remake of Cube, or if you didn't realize there was a Japanese remake of it, because I didn't. At number 9, we have The Autopsy of Jane Doe from 2016. Father and son coroners receive a mysterious, unidentified corpse with no apparent cause of death. As they attempt to examine Jane Doe, they piece together the clues that hold her terrifying secret. And I just kind of wanted to mention the Joe Bob special once again. I've been thinking about that a lot. I don't know why. I really enjoyed it was the celebration of Walpurgisnacht and it was just a really fun time to celebrate that film. Really fun era or aura about it. Got the Eras tour on the brain. I don't know, I just have so much fun watching films with Joe Bob. The Last Drive-In, especially when so much knowledge about the film we're watching is being dropped in between. Like, I'm like a sponge and I just soak up so much information, and that's why I love Joe Bob so much, because he just At number 8, we have Pontypool from 2008. A radio host interprets the possible outbreak of a deadly virus which infects the small town he is stationed in, and this is set in a real Ontario town, which is only about 4 hours away from where I am. And I love that. I love when horror films are either filmed or set close to where I'm located. Let me know in the comments if there was any horror movies perhaps set or filmed around where you live. Let's talk about Mayhem from 2017 at number 7. A virus spreads through an office complex, causing white-collar workers to act out their worst impulses. And this is another one that I first saw through Joe Bob, but I just love Joe Lynch. I really grew to love Joe Lynch so much. If you guys haven't seen Suitable Flesh yet, check it out. That film is horny. Of course, we had to have number 6, Circle from 2015. Held captive and faced with instant execution, 50 strangers are forced to choose one person to live. And one thing I find interesting about Circle is it was filmed in 10 days, but post-production took 3 years. So, I don't know. Don't give up on your shit. At number 5, we have 10 Cloverfield Lane from 2016. A young woman is held in an underground bunker by a man who insists that a hostile event has left the surface of Earth uninhabitable. And the tagline for this film, which I find extremely effective, is monsters come in many forms, and I feel like because it is still in the Cloverfield universe, it's kind of like the Michael Myers, like the shape kind of taking a different form in Halloween Ends. I feel like it feels like the same kind of evil transferring. Coming in at number 4, we have Green Room from 2015. A punk rock band is forced to fight for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi bar. And this was Anton Yelchin's last theatrical film to be released before his death on June 9th, 2016. And there is a documentary about him called Love Antosha I would like to put on your radar in case you guys are a fan. Alright, let's talk about the last 3 films here. The 3 films that made me want to make this list. Starting off with We Need to Do Something from 2021. Seeking shelter from a storm, a family finds themselves trapped in a bathroom for days with no sign of rescue and untold evils lurking just behind the walls. And this is one of the ones that I feel like is a 90% like contained horror, because it does have backstory as exposition, but I feel like the exposition is very important to why we are in one location. I feel like it is integral to the story. And number 2, we have Monolith from 2022. A desperate young journalist turns to podcasting to salvage her career, but her rush to make headlines leads her to an alien conspiracy. And if you've seen this film, I feel like it's very interesting because it does rely on literally one person sitting in one chair in one spot doing a podcast, or like researching, just recording, talking on the phone, just so much of one person performance in one room. It's very effective because it is delivered so well. I don't have my phone, so I can't tell you off the top of my head. I'll insert it. The actress from Evil Dead Rise who played the sister, the younger sister, she carried that movie on her back. And if you guys are into that sort of thing, kind of like conspiracy theory films, that one was really good. All right, number 1, we have a brand new film, Humane from 2024. You guys know I'm a huge Cronenberg fan all around, and this one is directed by Caitlin Cronenberg. In the wake of an environmental collapse that has forced humanity to shed 20% of its population, a family dinner erupts into chaos when a father's plan to enlist to the government's new euthanasia program goes awry. And I didn't really know what to expect going into this. We got a screener for it early. We were very lucky to receive that. But by the end of the film, like even the day after, I couldn't stop thinking about it. It just felt like it was in such like a near future. And I feel like with the Cronenbergs, you are kind of expecting some sort of gross body horror to deliver a message or to be a part of the story. And this one is definitely relying on more of an ecological threat within a contained family who are kind of rich assholes, think Succession, and kind of thinking that the rich shouldn't have to put their lives on the line because the poor people are gonna do it. And there's so many like good themes that are really prevalent throughout the film, but it's delivered in such a tongue-in-cheek way. With if you guys have watched it or will watch it, like you'll see the guy that comes in from the company that's meant to do like the euthanasia. He really sells that role, and the way that he is so nonchalant about death is just unreal, and it feels like we are just in grasp of that future, and it makes me super uncomfortable, and that's why I couldn't stop thinking about it, and that's why it's number 1 on this list. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know your thoughts down below. If you want a part 2 to this, let me know. I would be happy to put one of those together. I really like a contained horror story that is told in such a good way, and if I can recommend a film to you for anything, watch We Need to Do Something. Pat Healy, I'm a huge Pat Healy fan, and just if I can sell it to you in any way, shape, or form, like I said this before, he chugs a bottle of mouthwash in like desperation times because they are trapped in one location, and it's so wild, and I love it. I thought it was so good. If you guys like a sapphic love story, that's also a part of it. Hello. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you'd like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. I'll see. Oh, if you'd like to purchase any of these hair clips, check out our website. They'll be launching pretty soon. I'll see you guys soon. Sayonara, spooky fans.